With all the latest weekend headlines now this Sunday evening, it's the ITV News.
Good evening. The Queen says the celebrations to mark her Platinum Jubilee have left her humbled and touched. It came just hours after she made a surprise appearance on the Buckingham Palace balcony as the events drew to a close. Earlier, thousands of people lined the streets of London for a pageant marking her 70-year-long reign. But it was the sight of the Queen alongside other members of the royal family that the crowd had been waiting for after she was forced to pull out of 2 days of events. Our royal editor, Chris Ship, reports.
My heart has been with you all, said the Queen tonight, even though she couldn't attend everything she'd wanted to. It came in a thank you message, and this afternoon she brought with her the 3 kings who will one day do the job she has done. That nod to the future followed an afternoon spent looking back, a pageant for the 7 varied decades of the Queen's reign. From the gold state coach used for her coronation, to the stars and cars, cults and crazes, music and musicians who've been part of national life.
She has been there strongly, dignified, absolutely wonderful example of someone committed to a job and never budged from it.
In the royal bogs, Prince Louis might not have been able to comprehend the enormity of his great-grandmother's reign, but there was fun to be had and a grandpa to share it with. And for the performers taking part, a moment to shine on a national and an historic stage.
You lot are the finale, you are the conclusion.
So magical, so lively, so colourful and so celebrating.
Everybody just coming together, celebrating, you know?
Yeah. Do you think we kind of needed it? We
did. After we've had a harsh 2 years.
And when the pageant was done, the Mall was once again opened up.
Wales, Ireland, Scotland and England. You get the mnemonic?
This is a bit of unity after a lot of discord.
Absolutely. I saw the unity there and we need unity.
You've got yourself right at the front.
I have. I'm strategically placed.
And those who got to the front got to see Ed Sheeran up close. But on this stage, he was just the warm-up. This was the act the crowds had come to see. One who has been on the international stage for 70 years. And it was her hope, said the Queen tonight, that this Platinum Jubilee would lead to a renewed sense of coming together.
Well, Chris is outside Buckingham Palace, and the incredible scenes we've seen over the last 4 days, and the Queen tonight sending her own personal thanks.
Yes, Gamal, I've said a few times in the last couple of days that, we're not going to see a Jubilee like this. In fact, we're not going to see a Jubilee at all for many, many years to come. And I think that after the past couple of years, after the divisive nature of our national politics in recent times, people were ready for a celebration. I can only speak from what I've seen here over the last few days and in and around Buckingham Palace and on the Mall and at St Paul's Cathedral. The crowds were there, they were ready. I can't speak for the rest of the country, and I'll leave that for others to judge. I will bring you to a couple of points the Queen made in her statement tonight. One, she hopes the Jubilee will have brought people together, this renewed sense of togetherness, she called it. And one more thing, I remain committed, she said, to serving you to the best of my ability, supported by my family. We saw that family on the stage this afternoon. That was the Queen basically saying, I have done my bit, and it is increasingly over to them.
Chris, thank you. Well, in other news, a series of explosions have hit the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. Moscow claims the missile strikes were targeting European supply tanks, but officials in Ukraine say a train repair depot was hit. One person is reported to have been injured in the blast. It is the first attack on the capital by Russia for several weeks. And as we just saw, Wales have beaten Ukraine to qualify for their first World Cup final since 1958. Wales went ahead in the first half through an own goal from Ukrainian captain Andrei Yarmolenko. Wayne Hennessy's heroics in goal denied Ukraine, who pushed for an equaliser with time running out. Wales go into November's World Cup in Qatar, while they'll face England, the United States and Iran. And that is it. I'll be back later on. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.